as humans, along the way, we forgot what we were intuitively here to do. Somewhere along the way, the knowledge that was supposed to be passed on and the lessons that we were supposed to be learned got distorted. And we started looking outside of self for guidance and development. And a lot of the trauma that we experience is our chakras develop in a 7 year cycle, and each seven, which within each 7 years, there's a 7 year ladder. So from 1 to 7, when you're in the delta and theta phase, you're a sponge, you're absorbing. That's also your survival phase. From 1 to 7, your root chakra is developing. So it goes one, it's root chakra, survival, from fear to survival. That's why babies look to their parents to meet their every need. They're the center of their own universe. They know nothing outside of themselves, they're merely observing. Um, from 2 is the root and the sacral, so on and so forth. Root and solar, root and heart, root and throat, root and third eye, root and crown. We do have more chakras, but today we're focusing on the 7 major chakras. So somewhere along the way, we started to develop this thing that something outside of ourselves was responsible for the lessons that we were supposed to learn, because the knowledge as far as our chakra development was lost. I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories, but it was definitely lost for a reason. And so we've just been genetically passing down this it's almost like a you're responsible for everything I do mentality. And I had it too, and I know that there are traumas, things do affect us, things do hurt our feelings, things stunt our growth. But through the years and years of research that I've done, the universe has so kindly gifted my seeking with a lot of truths. And when our chakras are going through the development, when a trauma happens, that puts a stunt in the cycle, and an energy cord is formed, and ego protects that phase of the chakra development because our ego is there to keep us safe. Ego is a God-given survival mechanism. God bless the ego. Thank you so much for the ego, because literally the reason that we're still breathing today, for me to give this video and for you to watch it, is because of ego. So through the unhealthy expansion of ego and the chakra centers that weren't able to develop into a natural flowing state, we have a lot of what we call childhood trauma. If you were 2 or 3, your sacral and solar is going to be involved. You have a hard time feeling your feelings. You're low on self-empowerment. You don't think you can do everything. Your survival is also off. A lot of people who have eating disorders, gambling problems, sex addictions, low self-worth, low confidence, basically they have no drive to do anything. That's when their trauma occurred. Now, it can go all the way up the ladder because there's walls. Between each chakral development, there's walls. And we go through a phase of unlocking. And once we perfect one phase, the energy flows up to the next chakra and we're able to advance. Now, through the progression of time, we have lost sight of that. There are still some teachers who are aware of this, and they, talk about it, and God bless them. Thank you so much for doing their work and spreading their truth. But it's very important that we heal the inner child. We have to reparent ourselves. So anything that we experience, quantum healing allows us to go back and be there for ourselves, neutralize the energy. There's also cord cutting the cord to any emotional tie that you have to that situation. When we cut the emotional tie, we're neutralizing the energy. There's different brain exercises I do with my clients. I do the quantum healing, I do the energy cord cutting, the chakra balancing, and those are the absolute most effective way to get freedom. And it's all about the intention to heal. It's very raw, and there's a very wide range of exposure, but through the reparenting and through the quantum healing, I've had clients that recalled incidents where they experienced a trauma, and for some reason they felt like somebody was there. And one client was like, oh my God, I literally think that I was feeling myself going back, because past, present, and future all occur at the same time. There's different portals, different multi-universes. So we have the experience to communicate with our future self and our past self, and that through ourselves and our God-given ability to heal and bring back our power is how we can experience authentic healing. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to give this knowledge to people. And if it resonates with you, hell yeah. If it doesn't, then I accept your truth, and I truly 100% hope that you find whatever healing practices within your truth, because all truth is relative and no truth is absolute. There's polarities. So when hate was born, love was born. When beauty was born, ugliness was born. It's a hermetic principle of polarity, and then there's rhythm, which we swing to extremes. We're either not healed or we're completely healed. But the thing is that if you rest on either of those ends of the spectrum, you're claiming an absolute which doesn't exist. So to rest in the middle, resting in the gray area, I was told years in therapy, Viana, why can't you just rest in the gray? It's black or white with you. And I truly believe that the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. So the higher we experience joy, we have to know that there's going to be an alternate route for it, and we're going to experience some pain. So it's very important to go back through the quantum healing, through the energy cord cutting, through breaking all the barriers, and you can have years and years and years of therapy. Like, I went to therapy for 10 years and did one quantum healing session and literally had more results with an hour of that than I had in 10 years. Because when you do the quantum healing or you do the cord cutting, you're able to step behind the veil where everything lives. Like, the universe is constantly in motion. There's rhythm and vibration, and as above, so below. So inside here is how you experience your outside reality. So once you experience healing and wholeness in here, then you project it outward, and your reality completely changes because your perception totally shifts. And I think that it's very important to realize that none of us is exempt from this gift from God, from the universe. The information is out there, and certain people find it so that we can spread it to other people. I think it's all about finding what resonates with you and realizing that it's true what they say, like, being your own best friend is very important. And through the quantum healing, I was able to go back and like truly appreciate myself. And there was times where I couldn't look at a selfie, or I hated to take pictures, or I really didn't like to look in the mirror, and I didn't know why. My spirit and my physical like wasn't vibing with each other. And through the quantum healing and through the energy cord cutting, like, I look at myself and I'm like, you are a fucking snack. Like, snack. And I truly appreciate more everything about myself. And I don't aim to 100% love myself, because I don't want to experience 100% hating myself. I want to be completely neutral and authentic in my growth and in the love I have for myself, and accept myself whether I'm in my highs or in my lows. And I hope this video resonates with who it's supposed to, and I absolutely know that it's going to, because that's the way the universe works. I know that somebody had a question about this or was thinking about this a couple days ago, and boop, here's the video. So I hope that everybody finds healing, and I truly think that we are a bunch of children trapped inside adult bodies. Is it our fault? No, we weren't taught. But I think there's some level of compassion and understanding that we can show to our caregivers, because regardless of the outside situation, trauma was experienced on some chakra development level. And so things were set in stone, and things were stopped, and the ego protected. And I think it's important to realize that we are all doing the best we can. They were doing the best raising you that they had the ability to do. And looking at it from compassion and understanding is very important, because then we can have compassion and understandings for ourselves as parents, and as we're trying to reparent ourselves, because we all deserve wholeness, we all deserve love, we all deserve fulfillment and contentment and security, and a sense of calm bliss is what I seek today. I don't want to swing too far, because then I get an emotional hangover the next day, like a really, really good day. And then the next day you're like, oh my God, what is happening? Because we swing, we're not staying neutral. The universe is neutral. The universe is very indifferent. So for us to remain in receptivity and experience full healing and experience full development and full reparenting, neutralizing all that energy, realigning, and then continuing is the best way to go. It's the only way to go if that's what you're being called to do. I hope that you give yourself the gift of compassion and you give yourself the gift of showing up for yourself, because you, more than anybody, deserve it. You're tired. It's time to give yourself rest and healing and growing. Bless you throughout this day. Bless you throughout this journey. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Sending love and light. I'm Viana Nelson for Soul Juliet. God bless.